Hello. My name is Mateus Barb, and for my movie project, I would like to present the movie Feng Shui. For the more general information for Feng Shui, the Korean name for this movie is Myungdang. Please pardon my Korean. I am not very good at pronouncing words or like Korean in general. Um, the literal translation of Myungdang is the Propitious site for grave. And what else? This movie was released on September 19th, 2018. The director slash writer for this movie was Hee-Kon, who also directed the movies Perfect Game in 2011 and Insadong Scandal in 2009. The producer for this movie is Kang-Jin, and the distributor for this movie is Megabox plus M. And the total box office earnings for this movie is 15.8 million US dollars. Feng Shui is also the third and final film in Jupiter Films' Korean fortune-telling traditions series. The first film, The Face Reader, was released in 2013 and revolves around a character who is able to assess the personality, thoughts, emotional state, and other information of other people just by looking at his or her face. The second film in the series, The Princess and the Matchmaker, follows a princess who refuses her fate to marry one of 4 potential predestined suitors in her search to find someone that she truly loves outside of her palace. For the cast of this movie, Cho Jeong-woo stars as Park Jae-sung. Yo Jang-myung stars as Koo Young-sik. Ji Sung stars as Hyun-sung Dae-won-gun. Kim Sung-kyun stars as Kim Byuk-ki. And Baek Yeon-sik stars as Kim Jae-gon. As for the synopsis of Feng Shui, this movie is set during the Joseon period, whereas several factions compete over potential burial grounds of ancestors as to bring about fortune and prosperity of future generations, based on the beliefs of the namesake belief system. One such scholar, Park Jae-shong, works to fulfill his duty to the royal family and aid in the discovery of auspicious sites in order to maintain the prosperity and future of not only Korea, but Korea's royal family. For most of the film, the royal family clashes with the Kim clan, which attempts to overwhelm the royal family by expanding its power and influence, and capturing the best burial sites of Korea for themselves. For the historical context of this movie takes place during the late Joseon period, a time in which many Korean nobles enacted a isolationist policy against other nations in order to prevent the creeping in of outside peoples and cultures, especially Western and Japanese cultures, from entering Korea. Feng Shui, the belief system for which this movie is named, originates from ancient China and uses what we view today as pseudoscience in order to harness the spiritual energy of the land for human benefit. Literally translated, its name means wind water, describing the invisible forces connecting humanity with the earth, the environment, and the universe as a whole. From what I've learned from this film is that superstition and religion played a somewhat significant role in the lives and culture of Korean society during the Joseon period. The beliefs shown in this film very, very much reminded me of the Neo-Confucianism of China and the Shinto beliefs of Japan, which were both in full swing at almost the same period of time as Feng Shui. Overall, I really like this movie, and I think this was one of my favorites out of all of the films we watched during this course. I do not want to spoil the plot too much, but I really like the suspense during some of the scenes and the kind of politics between the Feng Shui masters as they try to lead their respective parties into prosperity. I 100% recommend that future students watch this movie too, to see how religion was such an important part, more or less, to Korean society. And I think this just about wraps up my presentation. Thank you so much for listening, and please forgive me for any mispronunciations. Anyways, have a nice day, and thanks again for listening. Goodbye.